What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Racy Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today I want to speak to you about an upcoming fight. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. It's coming on March 9th. It's going to be Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou actually gave Tyson Fury a great fight. Nobody was expecting Francis to give Tyson Fury an awesome fight, but he did, man. I believe he should have won the fight, but instead they gave it to Tyson Fury because he's the champion right now, and also he couldn't lose. He just couldn't lose against someone that is just coming into boxing. I think that's what really happened, man. Yeah, man. Francis was doing so well against Tyson Fury. It seemed like he was robbed, I believe. But oh well. It is what it is. Tyson Fury won by decision. And that's how we got him. But now he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is coming out of a win against Otto Wallin. I actually did not see the fight, but I only saw just the KO that he did against Otto Wallin. People have speculated that, not speculated, but actually have said that he has fought Otto Wallin before in the amateurs twice, and also he's a sparring partner with him. So, and people are speculating that he already knew how to fight him just because of that. It is what it is, man. He won the fight. Anthony Joshua actually won the fight. When I started watching boxing, Anthony Joshua was at a downward spiral since he has lost to Andy Ruiz. That was the very first major loss against someone that we never knew that it was going to win a title. This was basically like a Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson situation before the modern era. Everybody was expecting Anthony Joshua to win that fight, but no, he didn't. It went the other way around, and Andy Ruiz won it. That was great for him. But then on the second one, Anthony Joshua won by decision. He beat him now. Now they're tied, and hopefully we get a trilogy one day. It could go either way, man. It could go either way for that fight. Andy Ruiz is a good fighter, and so is Anthony Joshua. But yeah, man, he did defeat Otto Wallin. He is now going to fight Francis Ngannou. To be honest, I really wasn't expecting him to actually go with this. I thought he was going to actually try to fight other boxers. Oh, and it also turns out that he is not going to fight Deontay Wilder anymore. Yeah, man, that's really does suck because Deontay Wilder, he did lose his last major fight against Joseph Parker. He should have won that fight, and that would have actually set up the main event between Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. But as of now, it seemed like it's not going to happen because of his loss. It just really sucks, man. That was the fight that everybody, major fans of the sport, and even casual fans, they were thinking, when is this fight ever going to happen? And now we know it's never going to happen because of the loss. It sucks, man. It just sucks. And plus that Deontay Wilder, he is getting older. He's not getting any younger. Anthony Joshua has a good 4 to 5 years left. And Deontay Wilder maybe at least 1 or 2 years. I don't know. I don't know if he will keep fighting until he's 40 something. I really have no clue, but It is what it is, man. But Francis Ngannou, he's a fighter, man. He's a great fighter. I know before he was actually going to fight Tyson Fury, I know that his power is gonna be very strong, but I did not know that he was gonna knock down Tyson Fury. Ooh, that was an insane knockdown. I think it was on round 3, I believe, that the knockdown happened. Yeah, but it happened, man. It happened. Francis Ngannou, man. He's going to be good for the sport of boxing. People are actually going to take him serious. Like at first, people thought that Tyson Fury was just picking a random person to fight just to avoid the top guys in boxing. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But I believe that, yeah, he thought this was going to be a quick payday for him. He thought this wasn't going to be a hard fight, but it was. It was a hard fight. He was struggling against him, and that really does suck for Tyson Fury because he's a champion. He needs to show that he is the top guy in the heavyweight division, but he did kind of struggle against Francis Ngannou, and he should have won the fight. But again, Tyson Fury won by decision. I believe they gave it to him. Francis Ngannou needs to beat Anthony Joshua if he wants to be a champion one day. And maybe he can get a rematch against Tyson Fury. But people are thinking that probably that Anthony Joshua is going to actually beat him. It's going to be an easier fight for Anthony Joshua than it was for Tyson Fury against Francis Ngannou. As for me, I just know that Anthony Joshua needs to watch out for those punches, man, because Francis is no joke. He has that huge power in his hands, and with one hit, Anthony Joshua can actually go down. He actually went down so many times already in his career. In that Andy Ruiz fight, I believe he went down at least like 3 times or 4 times against him. And before that, he has been knocked down before the Andy Ruiz fight as well. So he just needs to watch out for those hits, man. It's going to be one hell of a fight to see that one go down. Let's see how it actually goes down, man. I'm excited for that one. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Let's see who wants it more. And now, speaking of fights, I want to speak to you about hopefully this fight that will be coming very soon. It is Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. These two have fought each other 6 times in the amateurs. Each of them has won 3 times. And for their 7th match is going to be the main fight between them. We're going to find out who is the better man. But we don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. Like before I actually started recording this podcast, I saw something on Twitter stating that Ryan Garcia, he actually changed his mind not to fight Devin Haney just yet. Instead of going to go fight Devin Haney, which is the champion right now, he wants to fight another champion in the division. He was speaking about Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero is the guy who got KO'd by Tank Davis. And I believe he actually did loss against this man. His name is Barroso. And his last fight, Rolly Romero, he was struggling against him. And people really thought that Barroso wasn't going to give him a good fight because he's just an older guy. He's just 40 years old. And Rolly Romero, and I believe he's in his late 20s, I believe. He's supposed to be like in his prime and stuff. But Barroso, he was giving him a great fight. And that stoppage, man, I spoke about this a long time ago on the podcast that Rolly Romero, he should have lost this fight. And the stoppage that actually happened on that fight, it was BS, man. It should not have taken place like that at all. It really did suck for Barroso because this was his actual second title match, I believe, that he got. He worked for that second title match, man, and it was just taken away from him just like that. They needed Rolly Romero to actually win, man, but it does suck for Barroso. And actually, Barroso is going to fight this guy named Davies. He's going to fight him tonight, but I don't think I'm not going to see it because there's not really that many good fights that I'm looking forward to seeing. That's like the only one that I know of, and the other ones I don't really care about much. So yeah, so that's fight, and probably that fight might actually happen sooner than we think. Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. That's gonna be a one hell of a fight and a one hell of a press conference. Before COVID, Ryan Garcia actually talked a lot of smack against his opponents. But now he's like more calmer. But he still like talks smack, but not like he used to before. Rolly Romero, with his loss against Tank Davis, he kind of lost his aura. But he still talks smack about people. So yeah, we're going to see who's going to win that fight. Rolly Romero or Ryan Garcia. Hopefully Ryan Garcia beats him, man, and KOs him. So that one day, maybe we can actually get Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. The Tank Davis fight, I don't know. I really have no idea if it's ever going to happen again. Right now, he is not ready for Gervonta Davis. Right now, he needs to avoid him at all costs. Ryan Garcia, he needs to get good wins against good opponents. That's what he needs to do right now. And so, he's actually going for Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero has the title. He wants the title, so he needs to beat him. That's what he needs to do. And now, against Devin Haney, which is the main, I'm really not sure what's the weight that they're in, what weight class they're in, but he's the main guy of that weight division. If he beats Devin Haney, man, I'll be so happy. Devin Haney, man, I don't like him. I just don't like his style of boxing, but that works for him. He's like mostly like defensive counter punching, or maybe not even counter punching. It's just like almost like Mayweather's skills in a way. But like Ryan Garcia, he always goes for the offense when he gets the chance to. But like on his latest fight against Oscar Duarte, it seemed like he was trying to do the Philly shell, the Mayweather's position move that he always does, his defense position move. He was doing that against Oscar Duarte, and he seemed kind of off in a way. This was his very first fight using that, but he still got the win. And he got a KO win, not a unanimous decision win against Oscar Duarte, which was good, man. Let's see how it goes down between these two. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. This is going to be... I don't think there's going to be a rematch for this one. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. I think it's just only one fight deal. They don't need a second match. But Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, that should happen one day, but I don't know if Gervonta Davis will actually retire by then. Because he did mention before, once he hits 30 or 31 or so, he said that he wants to retire as soon as possible. But we will see, man. We will see if it ever is going to ever happen. I hope so. And hopefully Ryan Garcia beats Gervonta, but it's gonna be a very hard fight, man. It's gonna be a very hard fight for Ryan. Maybe I'm going to lean for Gervonta to win. I don't know, man. He was just that good. Gervonta was just that good against Ryan Garcia. And yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for listening, man. If you made it this far, make sure to actually follow the podcast on wherever it is you're listening to it. If you're listening to it on YouTube, Spotify, or any other podcast site, make sure to follow it and also recommend this podcast to a friend or a neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about combat sports or anything sports related. Maybe they might like this podcast as much as you do. And that is it, guys. Again, thank you so much for listening. Alright, guys, take care and live to the fullest. Bye.